Welcome back to another video. And I just, this is just a random video. I'm just sitting here chilling in my RV. But I wanted y'all to listen to Charleston White. A lot of people don't like him, but I, for the most part, agree with some of his perspectives and stuff like that. So I wanted to share it with y'all.
To music, but I don't like Freddie Jackson. I love the shit out of R. Kelly music, but I don't like R. Kelly. Mm-hmm. I love the shit out of some Elvis Presley music, but I don't like Elvis Presley. Mm-hmm. God love the shit out of Ralph Lauren and Polo and Nike, knowing they hate, but you see what I'm saying? You see where I'm going with this? Yeah. These claim they hate white folk, but they wear Balenciagas, they wear Gucci's, they wear Nikes, they eat at PF chains, but they claim they got a problem with white supremacy. Yeah, they buy Charmin toilet tissue, Fabuloso. Yeah, they buy, what's the seasoning that they use? Laura's seasoning, but they claim they got a problem with white supremacy. They got a problem with the man. But they can't stay out that motherfucking basketball game, and I can't wait to go back either. Nigga, I ain't got the problem with the white man. I got a problem with niggas and black folk. I got a problem with black folk, homie. I ain't got a.
And he said he got a problem with so-called black people, and that the white supremacy term is just something that they came up with to hide the actual beings that are running everything. The white supremacy thing is just a cloak, a smoke and mirrors, a smoke and mirror. You see what I'm saying? They just use to hide the true identity, if you get what I'm saying. Cause the ironic thing about it, like I said before in my other videos about us wearing a mask, the ironic thing about it is that they've always been wearing a mask. They've always been hiding from us or whatever. And they just use puppets to stay hidden, and white supremacy is part of that. So we don't go after the actual people that's pulling the strings. Will we ever find them? I don't even know. But yeah, as you can tell, Charleston White said he said he got a problem with so-called black people. I'm gonna let y'all finish listening to it.
Problem with the Mexicans. I ain't got a problem with the Jews. I got a problem with black people. Cause black people my problem. They my motherfucking problem, homie. Nobody else. Until I see hanging from trees, I never say white people is our problem. Because we can beat the tricks of the system. We know them now.
Facts.
How we can't beat what we think was holding us back in bondage, and we know it now. The people before us didn't know it.
See?
They didn't know the systematic structures of the institutional race. They didn't. Now we know it.
Exactly.
Matter of fact, we so bad, we know we used to be the Jews.
Yep.
We so bad now, we know we used to be the Jews. Yeah.
So the point of this video is basically saying that it ain't no excuse for us now. We know what's going on, so that's why I keep preaching. What are we gonna do about it? Instead of us just talking about the problems, I be trying to get with people to create solutions for these problems. But it's kind of hard to do that when we so divided and spread out and stuff like that. We got our own financial battles and stuff like that. So yeah, it's really no excuse. Like I talked about before in one of my older videos about, basically it's like the rat trap. When you set a trap, these beings, they set a trap for the rats, and that was the first era or the first wave of people. Everybody was just getting trapped. The rats just kept getting trapped. Eventually, these beings, they have to change up the trap every so many years, and this is what they're doing. They're creating more traps because the us awakening, we're figuring out the trap, and we're basically accessing different information, aka the cheese on the trap. We're getting the information without getting our heads snapped in the trap. So they got to keep creating traps, using different mediums, different methods, and stuff like that, mental traps, so they can capture more rats or more of the Aboriginal people that have been the laughing stock of the system. And I know a lot of people, they kind of, I guess that some people, I know some people get offended by me always bringing up race or whatever, but it is what it is. I'm not, like I said, I'm not trying to offend nobody or whatever, but you see what's going on, you see what's taking place. They always using so-called black people as the laughing stock. Like they always trying to make money off of so-called black people. And I'm wondering, like, why? Like why? So yeah, I agree with him having a problem with so-called black people, because we literally can get ourselves out of this mess, but we just refuse to. And I think part of that reasoning is because we're comfortable. As long as we have money and we can just buy comfort, we're just gonna stay comfortable and docile and nonchalant to what's taking place, as long as it doesn't affect our lives individually. As I said before, nobody truly cares unless it affects them personally, and that's sad. But let me show y'all something. Also, I know one person be talking about how there's no such thing as reincarnation and stuff like that. So, but I want to know, if there's no such thing as souls, reincarnation, and stuff like that, how do these beings get the knowledge to put stuff like this in the ground, or even design such a structure and get it built up? Like, they literally had to think of this. They had to think of this design, get somebody to build it, and they had to get the materials, and they had to have it in a certain location. It had to be level, all of that good stuff in details. How did they have access to this information but we don't? How is it that we die but the system just keeps going on and on? Who are these people that just won't die but we just keep dying? But a lot of people still say that there's no such thing as a soul, there's no such thing as reincarnation. Well, how come they keep staying here? How come they keep running the system? How come the system hasn't failed yet? How long have they been doing this? You see what I'm saying? Those are some of my questions. I'm just putting it in this video, while I'm recording. But let me see. Also, check out this. This is just a thought that I had. I was wondering, how come they don't even have so-called black people in the movie Matrix? Not in the whole movie, but what I mean is, when they had, like, in the pods and stuff, they only had so-called white people. Why didn't they have no black? Well, I didn't see any. They probably did, but in the frames that they showed us, there were only so-called white people, and I want to know why. I want to know why. So just imagine, I never seen a black baby, a so-called black baby, or a so-called melanated or carbonated baby in a pod. You see what I'm saying? But they always show us the so-called Caucasian or whatever. These are the distractions that are surfacing. What it is? What that show called? He just came out with it. What? Why is they playing with me like this? So this is what I mean by I'm sure a lot of y'all don't heard about Chris Rock coming out with a show addressing the slap that Will Smith delivered to him. And like I said, they always coming out with these distractions. And this is the TV show right here. Chris Rock outrage. And see, what I realized that these beings like to do is they make money off of us, and they put it in segments. So when an event happens, they can pretty much just make a segment off of it and split it up, and they can like they do TV shows. They'll have a whole TV show, then they'll do different episodes and stuff like that, and that's how they get more viewers to watch their stuff when they put it in segments. Pretty much like DJ Vlad TV, when he does an interview, instead of him making one full interview, he can split it up, and that'll get more viewers, more clicks, and you eventually generate more income. They are so brilliant when it comes to this system. It's just like amazing to me how they just like they got this thing locked down, boy, when I tell you. So you got train derailments going on, and you got Chris Rock with a TV show, then you got Ja Morant being suspended due to uploading a video of him with a gun. And that's what I mean by, they always using so-called black people for everything on the media or whatever. And I just don't get it. We just the laughing stock. Dude got slapped, and they're gonna make a TV show about it. A whole TV show. Then you got Ja Morant, undergoing investigation of just because he had a video of him with a gun during his live celebration or something like that. To pretty much to fit the statistics that they created for us so-called black people. We always involved with guns and drugs and stuff like that. But people keep forgetting that they the ones who created the guns and the drugs, and then they put them in specific locations. Like I already told y'all, they socially engineer different areas of the environment and stuff like that. So yeah, that's pretty much all I want to talk about. I was just watching Charleston White, and I just agreed with what he said, what he talked about. I agree with a lot of stuff that he talks about, and I feel like he's taking on a huge responsibility, role, sacrifice, because him going at this character Boosie, I feel like his life could possibly be in danger. But then again, Charleston White I don't know what role he's playing or whatever, but I do know that he's helping expose a lot of these so-called black superstars and stuff like that. And I think it needed. I think it needed and needs to happen. Cause like he said, it is us so-called black people that should be taking the blame because we just keep killing each other. We just keep down on our own, and it's keeping us at a standstill. You know, like he said, we know the tricks and the traps now, so we should be moving more swiftly in this matrix in order to beat the game. Ain't no excuses. We know what's going on now. So yeah, that's all I have for right now. That's all I have for right now. So hopefully y'all learned something from this video. And that's all I have. Either God signing out. Peace.